Bumba baya, bumba haya, bumba aya, bumba haya, bumba aya, 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 bumba aya. Bim-ba-de-do, bam-bum-ba-de-do, bum-ba-de-do, da, bum-ba-de-do, bum-ba-de-do, da, bum-ba-de-do, bum-ba-de-do, da, bum-ba, bum-ba-de-do, da, bum-ba-de-do, bum-da-de-do, da, bum-ba-de-do. Bombadido da bombadido bombadido da dombadido bombadido da bombadido da bombadido da bombadido da Yeah, I wasn't planning to sing a full song, so thank you for receiving that. For anyone who revisits that song at the start, and it's nice to play the crystal bowl, which is still, I'm not sure, does it translate? Still translates. So this live is on transmission, activation. Oh, my voice is all husky now after that. Transmission, activation, and niching. What is that about? What is that about? I'm feeling very singy. I've been actually singing a lot more lately. No, I'm always singing, but I'm singing and I'm noticing my voice is very different. That's always really interesting. You really notice how much you've changed when your voice is different. I never normally do lives like this, and I feel very far from you. I might change the camera in a minute. I'm here at Lucas's studio. This is actually my cup, though. Here are all my cups. I love them. Let me try and get you a bit closer. I know that's not working at all here. So activation, transmission, and what was the other thing I said? Niching. Niche. Nicher. Can you do that, girl? So I just kind of have to do that because I have a real flyer. You know when like flyers was the thing? It's my real flyer. If you're if you're anyway in a place that you have places to put my flyers, I actually have a load of flyers that I need, obviously with what happened the last few years, it was kind of like we weren't really going places. So I have a lot of flyers I need to send out to the world, and you're welcome to take them out into the world for me. I would really appreciate that. So let me know. I can post them anywhere to you. So activation transmission. Okay, so I came in here and that was the intention of this live, and I wanted to talk about it from a lot of different viewpoints, I suppose, because there is this, like I just sang a song, and I also just had the singing bowl. Music is a really good way to translate an activation or a transmission, but activation and transmission, I'm like, are they different? Are they the same? Activation is different than transmission in my eyes. Activation is when something maybe is dormant in the body. I'm really not comfortable here. I really don't like doing lives when I'm not comfy. Let me see what I can fix around here now. Let me see. Okay, wait now, because I'm at some weird angle and that's really bothering me. Okay, let me see. I like being comfy. They're my tops. They're my clothes. It looks like I'm in a cupboard now, but look. Okay, it's a bit better, I think. We're at one big boobs. So, activation, and what is activation? So activation is something that when you are, oh my god. Oh wait, no, give me a second. Oh Lord. Oh my Lord. Okay, wait a second now. Oh God. Oh dear Lord. Okay, wait now. Sorry guys, this is taking a while. Okay, this is not really working either. Okay, we're dealing here. Give me another second. I'm trying to find my favorite filter, as you know. No, this is terrible. This is my favorite filter. It just makes me want to do lives more. It literally entertains me when I have this filter on. So it's amazing. Look at it. So, activation, which is this activates me. That's like, I'm so fun. So in the activation is something that can be dormant. Okay, so we can talk about Kundalini activations. This is kind of something that's been around a very, very, very long time. And your Kundalini is at the base of your spine and runs up through your neck and body, out the top of your head, around the body, and it's like the aurora boreas. It's like the whole auric field, and it's an energy, and that's the quickest way to break it down. And it can be running all the time. That energy can just be running all the time. And if you have it activated, it runs a lot. It runs all the time. So I would say mine's running a lot of the time. And then other times it can be running more than other times. And that can be due to what you're doing in your life, how you're going about your life, lots of things, illnesses, that's a whole other world. That's not why I'm here. So some people don't have that activation in their spine, and the reason for that is because it's dormant, or there hasn't been an initiation, or Thank you for hearts. There hasn't been initiation, or they've just not connected with the practices to awaken something. And when something's activated, it's like you're turning the light switch on, and it's basically saying, hello, I'm here. Now, sometimes we know there's something here, or we know there's something more in us, or there's something, and we are seeking this knowledge and this transmission. So the transmission can activate, right? So transmission can activate. And what is a transmission? So transmission, so that's exactly it. So like an activation often comes in a transmission or initiation form. Initiation can be the transmission, and then by the transmission there's something activated. So it just kind of depends on the what and the why and who. But with the transmission can look very different. So it can come in music, it can come in voice, it can come in energy, it can come in connection with anything. So it can be a connection with an art piece, it can be a connection with the nature, it can be a connection, person, animal. So activation. So like, for example, people come to Ireland as a tourist all the time, right? Like all the time. My eyes are a bit like heavy today. I'm not even sure why. I got some coconut oil into them, and they're just like feeling like, eh. So people come to Ireland all the time, and they basically are looking for healing, they're looking for the heritage, the culture. I'm going to use obviously Americans because they have a lot of connection to Ireland, and they come here as a tourist. But they can come here and they can be here, but if their subtle bodies in themselves, so maybe their energy field, their soul, their mind, their we can say chakras, aren't somewhat attuned or aligned or awakened, it won't connect with the subtle fields of activation. So therefore, someone could come that's already on a deep spiritual practice and come here and be on their own and be able to get activated, because they can come and do their practices, do their tools. This is a great example. But maybe someone comes here and they have no spiritual practice. They can come here, they can be inspired. There's a certain amount of activation that occurs when they come here. That's just kind of natural. That's also when we get into ley lines, sacred sites, energy lines, how the land vibrates, just like how we vibrate. Everything has a vibration. So it kind of, you can see what this transmission activation, it has a lot of aspects to it. And in my offerings, my work is very activation and transmission orientated, because there is no way to explain, there's no science and proof in some aspects of that. There's loads of teachings. I have loads of teachings. There's loads of teachings, knowledge, skills that come across in my work that people can pick up, take, whatever. But then there's the activation and transmission that can only be activated and transmitted through me specifically doing that work. So this is where it becomes very oriented. What I'm going to talk about next is the niching and the niche. So like my work in A New Temple Arts Mystery School and Matcha She-Wolf, and all my other work, whether it's my art or my equine work, they're all very much through myself, through my vessel. And I have learned this practice, activated this practice, gone through my initiations, and I will continue to go through initiations of bringing through what is fully, authentically my true work. And therefore it arrives and it changes others and it changes people. And it's not to say that my skills and knowledge, right, that I've learned from textbooks or teachers or anything, or just life, aren't part of that. It is part of that. So this is quite like, it's really big. So I'm sitting in Lucas's tattoo studio, and I'm looking at loads of arts. A lot of it is his art, and a lot of it is purchased art, and like I'm very activated. So I'm like looking, and then I'm receiving, and I'm looking and I'm receiving. I'm actually going to show you. That would be a nice moment. So this is what I'm looking at, right? Specifically, I'm really drawn to this green spiral one over here. I really love this drawing. By the way, all his artwork, the one above it, these are all his artworks. Like, look at them. Incredible. Look at that big, huge, oh my God, I'm really terrible. Who is that in that? Oh my God, anyone help me? That's really embarrassing. But anyway, so incredible. They just keep continuing. Keep continuing, keep continuing, keep continuing, right? That's another few of them over there. So you can see how I'm very activated, right, by this artwork. There we go. Yeah. And there's more, you know, all around the room. So, but there's something to learn in that with business, right? So, you know, like it is something in a New Temple Arts Mystery School. We do really go into like spiritual business because of course, if you're completely sorted in that field, you don't even have to really, actually you can contribute. You can contribute if you're sorted in that field. It's not like, you know, if you're like, I don't need to do that because I'm so like aligned in that, well then why don't you come and share? You know, why don't you come and share your knowledge? That's what we would like you to do. So that's how it works there. And then what happens is, I'm getting all the tingles. I'm getting all the tingles right now, which is really nice. So I'm actually going to take a moment, take a pause, because I find on the Instagrams, I find personally that my engagement with others is very different because I'm just engaging with myself in this live portal. So I'm going to do some singing bowl. Let's see if I can. No, I'm not going to do it there. Yeah. And I'm going to bring some voice in. Battery's low. So it's perfect because I actually need to leave this. So with my offerings, I don't really go into a lot about what I do because I can go on and on and on about what I do, but it's impossible. It's impossible because my work is very like, it's like this, yeah. So if you kind of want to check it out, come to the free workshop. And that's kind of what I'm talking about with the niching or niching. So I help women really understand their business and understand, you know, what their portal of offering is, like, in the sense of like, yeah, so many things, like what's holding them back, what's holding you back, what's holding you back, why is it there? And then these transmissions and activations, whatever it is, for healing, for singing, for movements, for sexuality, for, you know, they're all part of the bigger picture of how you deliver yourself. and how you turn up for your work. And I know that niching and niche isn't really for everyone here, so that's totally fine. But what I do want to say is that it's a part of who I facilitate and lead is women who are already doing this work in some shape or form, and they're ready to do more, and they're ready to do bigger. And I just want to finish this off to just be like my passion and drive around this and the activation and transmission that's happening around our world. So bad things can also be an activation and transmission. They can also awaken. They can also like spiral things into action. They can also drive and open the heart. And that is, you know, for me, I'm looking at this really beautiful spiraling sun energy now in this pillow here, which is also mine. And like, I just feel like I am very much in this place where if not now when, if not now when, if not now when, with also the understanding that time has to align. So I'm going to leave you go. The best way to respond to this is send me write in the comments, you know, and send me a DM of like what rises when I do the song, what rises when I make the sounds, what rises when I'm talking about activation transmission. If you're like, I effing hate that stuff, why do you hate it? And if you hate it, why are you even following me? Because that's all what I'm jamming about. And if you're my friend and you're not into it, you don't have to follow me. Or you can just be my friend and just follow me and not listen to my lives and just be a distant supporter. Basically, I'd love to hear from you because that's good. Thank you, everyone. I know it's the middle of the day, so I know people will return. Slánta. Bye.